guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. For those of you that are new, my name is Anna and this is Home and Garden with Anna. Today we are on my back patio. We're going to be planting up some beautiful spring containers. I have some changes we're going to be making out here. In about 4 more days when Ernie gets home, but I wanted to get a head start on that by planting up the containers so I don't have that to do. We can just put everything together and have the containers already planted. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. And I got a whole bunch of beautiful plants here that I want to share with you. But first I want to show you the containers we're going to be planting in. So here we are. These are already planted. This actually is my Boston ivy that survived from last year. And I had the bubble gums, so the Super Tunia Vista bubble gum. Ernie went ahead and planted one in here and one over there in that container. So we have those done, and then let me show you where he planted everything else because he went on a little planting frenzy the other evening. My verbenas here and one there. And then he went ahead and popped in the lepidora. That one needs water. It doesn't have a irrigation tube going to it yet, so I can tell it needs water. And then one over here. So we got those planted for me. So I need to give everything water, but I figured I'd wait until I got all of the stuff that I have here planted so I can just bring the hose out. It's breezy and it's so warm out. So I'm happy I'm going to be working out on the patio today. Let me show you what I got to plant it. I picked up 2 of the Diana's Delight Clematis. Look at the blooms on these, you guys. Oh my God, they're gorgeous. These are part sun. They need 3 to 6 hours of morning sun. They get 5 to 6 feet tall and 3 to 4 inches wide, but we're going to put them in containers this year. I do believe we're going to be moving them out to the garden eventually, but for right now I think they're going to be beautiful in the container. And I got 2 of these, one for this side and one for that side, for these pots here, because we already have these iron things for them to climb on. So I'm very excited about that. Here's the palm, which has decided that it wants to grow, so it's got new fronds on it, and I do not have the heart to get rid of it now. These here are either lack of water or too much water. It's one of the two. That's why they start browning on the tips. This is, okay, they call this a, because I forgot which kind of palm it is, and it's calling itself a butterfly palm, Arecia palm. Not really sure, but it likes it all of a sudden out here. So we're gonna find a spot for it possibly. We'll see. I'm not really sure, but right now it doesn't look so great. I have a pot back here that gets a lot of shade during the day, but it gets all of the afternoon sun. Unlike this one here in the corner that gets 0 sun, it just gets all the bright light. So no sun ever hits it. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe the end of summer, right before fall, it does get some evening sunshine. I don't remember how much. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. That one over there, it's kind of tricky because our hedge, you guys see our hedge, how big it's gotten? We planted those, they were probably this tall when we planted them. And that's only 1.5 year worth of growth, and they've quadrupled in growth size. So those are getting ready to be hedged. We're going to be hedging those soon. But I don't know what the sun exposure is going to be like now with those there. So I'm kind of going by the last couple years. And so what I picked up was this beautiful frost-proof gardenia. And this is a picture of it. But look how pretty that is, you guys. Eventually something that will go out in the landscape as well. So we're gonna see how it does in the pot. It's really healthy. I checked it for any kind of bugs or anything like that when I was at the nursery because it's always a smart thing to do. So I'm hoping that it does okay in that pot. However, things are going to be changing here on the patio as far as where everything is placed. So I might be able to be moving it to a spot where it gets the sun that it desires. The problem with everything that I put on the front end of the patio, it's exposed to the sun all day long. So it's kind of tricky on where to put things. So I have to be mindful of that. So we're going to go ahead and plant it in that pot. We're going to see how it does. And if it starts to show signs of I need more sun, then I'm going to have to move it, obviously. Maybe plant it out in the landscape. It's very tricky, this backyard. Very tricky. So anyways, we're going to be planting that. And then around it, I wanted to plant some interest because it's quite small still, and it's going to look really little in that pot. I picked up some white lobelia. 3 of these. I think 3 per pot here on the sides. And I'm going to show you what we're putting in this one here by the French door. But we're planting 3 lobelia. They're beautiful. Daintiest little flower. I love them. And then some creeping Jenny because I love creeping Jenny. Anyways, so we're going to be planting 3 of these because I love the trailing interest on it in pots, and those look just so beautiful together, I think. The clematis, I'm not going to plant anything underneath them. I'm going to let them have their own pot. They're kind of, they need their own little space, I think, so that's why I'm choosing to not do that. So my plan is I'm going to reuse the soil that's in all the pots, but I'm going to dump it all into my Gorilla cart, and then I bought 1 bag of good potting mix. I'm going to mix all of that together and just start the pots out fresh with everything, so we're going to be taking care of that. Anyways, so I really wanted to get my plants in these pots and get them started so that we can enjoy them. It's 80 degrees and beautiful out today, a slight breeze. So back here in my garden, I need to really concentrate on full sun right now because my trees are not large enough to cast shade yet. I can't put anything that needs shade. And last year I got the big ear lamb's ear. I don't remember the exact name of it, but it died. It didn't do well. It did great in the beginning. It even put on some growth, and then just out of the blue, I kid you not, overnight, it just died. So I don't know. It didn't seem to be a watering issue unless it was getting too much water. It could have been something underground. I'm not really sure what the deal was, or maybe it was just in the wrong spot. But I picked up the Helene von Stein lamb's ear this time around, and I picked up 3 of these because I really do love the interest of this in the garden. It's a relaxing foliage. It just kind of relaxes your eye when you view it in the garden, and it just kind of gives your eye a place to rest. 18 inches high to 24 inches wide. So I want to find a spot for all 3 of them, and I'm going to cluster plant them so that it eventually will grow into one gigantic big beautiful perennial. That's my plan, so that I could have this mounding interest in the garden. Like I said, I think it's a really beautiful plant for a place for your eyes to rest in the garden. So I have to find a spot for that. I'm not sure where yet. We'll do that together. I need to go change, and then we're gonna get busy. That pot is heavy. I need to give it a good scrub down, and I don't think I'm going to put those plastic trays back underneath because they're done, and I don't want them to take away from the beauty of the pot. I need a little break before I move on to the next one. They are heavy. I give my back a break here. I'm gonna cover the hole with a few pebbles because I don't want any of the, well, it's gonna drain, but I wanna try and prevent a lot of the soil from coming out. Okay, that one is done and it hurt my back. So I don't think I'm going to do what I did this one with the other one because Easter's coming and the last thing I need is to be in bed with a bad back. So for this one over here and these, I'm just going to take out some soil and mix it with what I have left in the wheelbarrow, which is this here, and then get my plant, and I'm going to show you what I'm planting in there in a minute, and get my clematis done. I might get it up just to get that nasty tray out from underneath it, but I'm not going to. I mean, look at all the damage on it. It really needs to be cleaned, but I can't. It just sat in the hard water. I'll do my best to get that done, you know, try and freshen up the outside as best as I can. Okay, these guys are done and looking really good. I got my mess all cleaned up. You can see the sun is starting to hit these guys now. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it and see how much sun it gets. But everything is watered in and looking beautiful. Same with over here. That white pot is throwing me off. I might need to find a new spot for it. And that's done, and this is done. I'm gonna hold off on planting the lambs here because I've put it in 3 different spots because of the size it gets. I'm thinking that might look really good, but I want to live with it. Remember, I'm practicing patience, so I'm gonna live with that one there. I thought I was gonna plant them all together, but I like that one there. And then I placed one all the way down here on this end, so I want to live with it and see how I like it. But anyways, I think I'm gonna wait on those just for a day or two and just see how I like them before I actually get them in the ground. Okay guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope that you guys got some inspiration for some beautiful plantings on your patio this Easter, this spring and summer. Everything on this patio is going to change in just a couple of days, so that's why I didn't do like a massive clean or anything. But like I said, I just wanted to get the pots planted so they're ready to go when we make all the changes here. So I think they came out beautiful. I love them. And anyways, thanks for staying till the end guys, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!